Hello everyone, good evening, welcome to Talking Reds, where we bring you the latest Liverpool news and transfer news and much more on this channel. Thank you everyone for watching. If you are watching, we've got some big news on Luis Diaz, some news on Florian Wirtz, Ekatike as well, and we're also going to be speaking about other things as well, such as Milos Kerkez, Gyökeres in the chat as well. First thing I want you to do, guys, if you are watching, to help us out massively on the YouTube channel, like the video, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. We'll give you the latest Liverpool news as much as we can, the updates on latest Liverpool news and Liverpool content in general. We want to do more. We want to give you more content, not just the latest news. We want to give you the best Liverpool content around if we possibly can. We want to grow this channel as big as we can to the point where we can give you better content. If you subscribe to the channel, if you like the video, if you share the video, if you could share the channel, that would help us out massively because I absolutely guarantee the bigger we get, the better content we get. I can absolutely assure you that. But yeah, this is the latest news. This is the latest Liverpool transfer news for today. So let's start off with the Luis Diaz news, and starting off with David Ornstein of the people that came out with the Luis Diaz situation today and what is going on with Luis Diaz. So Barcelona have approached Liverpool for Luis Diaz. Barcelona have approached Luis Diaz. Have approached Liverpool for the signing of Luis Diaz. We already know that Al Nassr were interested in Luis Diaz earlier on in the week, but Liverpool have rebuffed the approach by Barcelona. New contract unlikely, so unless bids land to change the stance of the 28-year-old, he stays even if it leads to free agency in 2 years' time. So basically, Barcelona have probably come in with like an approach of a small. There's no bid. There's not been mention of any bids, but there must be some sort of money being talked about by Barcelona because they've said, look, unless you're coming back with a serious offer, one to stand up and take notice of for Liverpool to do that, then they are not looking to sell him this summer. Liverpool are not. So, but we're also not willing to give him a new contract. So we're happy to keep him for the next 2 years, let him run his contract down, and he goes for free, get the best out of him for the next 2 years. I think that's what Liverpool plan is. But if there is a massive, it's not ruled out. The sale's not ruled out for Luis Diaz. But what is ruled out is a poor attempt from Barcelona. That's what's ruled out. They're saying it's not for sale. I don't think said telling champions of La Liga is not for sale. But I think if a bid comes to Liverpool, that is hard to say no. I think Luis Diaz goes. And that's not going to be Barcelona because we've already spoken about the Barcelona financial troubles. We've already spoken about how they are finding it difficult to raise money to get someone like a Luis Diaz, for example. You're talking about the region of 70, 80, 90 million potentially for Luis Diaz, I'd say so. So the only likely candidates coming for Luis Diaz would be Saudi Arabian clubs, would be an Al Nassr. They're the ones I think Liverpool are holding out for in terms of if they are going to sell Luis Diaz. And I think it's one of them things, right, with Luis Diaz. It's they're happy if he goes, we've got to make sure we get the money for him so we can go replace him. Or they're happy for him to stay for the next 2 years and get the best out of him for the next 2 years. And if he goes for free at the end of it, it goes for free at the end of it. I think that's Liverpool's stance on it. And I don't like normally players letting players go for free. I think we should get some money for him. But I think we spoke about it last night. I think next year, it won't surprise me if Saudi Arabian clubs are still interested in Luis Diaz and therefore would pay a good amount for Luis Diaz next year. So I won't mind keeping him for a year and see how it goes next year and see if there's any improvement. I think with Diaz, it's probably, if you are looking to get rid of Diaz, because there's so much that we need to do. A striker, for example, still trying to get Florian Wirtz over the line, still trying to get Milos Kerkez over the line, Frimpong's over the line as well. I think centre-back and DM for me as well need to be looked at. Because there's so much else to do. I think replacing Luis Diaz is probably the last on the list. It might be on the list, but it's last on the list. So therefore, I wouldn't mind waiting till next season and give him another season. Maybe try to get the best out of him this season. See if he improves this season. Because it's not, let's be honest, there's not many left wingers in world football better than Luis Diaz. But I think there is better. But we need the money to be better. We need the money to buy the better. That's the issue. If Barcelona have come in for, say, example, I'm not saying this has happened. If Barcelona have come in like a 40 million on the table for Luis Diaz, that's simply not good enough. if Luis Diaz is to go, it has to be in the region of 70, 80, 90 million. It's got to be. And I absolutely agree with Liverpool on that stance. If we are to rid of Luis Diaz, it's got to be a significant fee. Therefore, we can replace him with a player either better or on the same level as Luis Diaz. So Diaz was an interest of Man City last summer, which that's only just come out today as well, and also admirers in Saudi Arabia. Yet the recent pursuit of Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes by Al Hilal helped Liverpool establish Diaz's market price. So what we've seen there is we've stood back and we've watched Al Hilal move for Bruno Fernandes. It was 100 million that was reported to get his services, and we thought, if you're putting him at 100 million, then we see Luis Diaz just below that. And fair play to Liverpool for standing back and having that stance for me. I've always been happy with Luis Diaz staying. I've always been happy with Luis Diaz going if he's replaced by better, and that seems to be the stance of Liverpool as well. So Luis Diaz has actually spoken on his situation as well. I'm very happy at Liverpool. I've always said it. They've treated me well since the first day. We're talking with other clubs. It's a transfer window. It's normal. We're waiting to see what happens if Liverpool renews my contract, or if I have to stay the 2 years I've left. I'll be happy. It's up to them. So Luis Diaz is everyone is happy either way. What happens here? I think us as fans, Luis Diaz, Liverpool are happy if he wants to stay. Luis Diaz is probably happy if he wants to go, as long as he's replaced by someone better, if not on the same level, or potentially to be better. For me, I think if you're asking me right now, if he was definitely the other position sorted as well, I would be happy to let Luis Diaz go and bring in a upcoming potential with a massive ceiling winger for me personally. But that's me. But again, I'm happy if Luis Diaz stays because I think he can put in. He can certainly put in the work. He certainly put in some good performances this season. I think he'll do it again the same next season. Also, with a striker to help as well, having a striker and a better number 10 there in Florian Wirtz. I think that helped massively. So I'm happy either way for me. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the chat what your thoughts are on Luis Diaz. Also, Paul Goss also mentioned on Luis Diaz as well. With Al Hilal willing to pay around the fee of 100 million for Bruno Fernandes, who is 2 years older than Diaz, Liverpool feel that the market rate has been set. Should interest come from Saudi Pro League develop into something more concrete? So I think what is basically happening here with Luis Diaz is they are waiting for Saudi Arabia teams to come in. Saudi Arabian teams come in because they're the ones that are going to pay the big money. Unless Barcelona can somehow bring 70, 80 million onto the table, then they're not going to open those doors for. But then again, it's on Luis Diaz, and is he wanting to go to Saudi Arabia? I've heard his dad speaking about Barcelona. Is it his dream to be on Barcelona? Probably is. It probably is to be his dream to play for Barcelona. So that again, if Barcelona pay the money, then it wouldn't surprise me if Liverpool were to sell to Barcelona, especially given Luis Diaz's thoughts on Barcelona and his family's thoughts on Barcelona in the past. I think they would grant him that wish of joining Barcelona if Barcelona pay the money. The thing is, just like us with Wirtz, just like us with Kirkes, you've got to pay the money. If you want that player, you've got to pay the money. And that's the same thing that we should be doing now with Wirtz and Kirkes. If we want that player so bad, we've got to pay the money. It's as simple as that, and that's exactly what we're asking for Barcelona. We can't say to Barcelona, you've got to pay that. You got to pay that a certain amount. We're not doing it with Wirtz and Kirkes. I just, so regarding Luis Diaz, I think there is a possibility he goes this summer. It's just someone's got to put. Hello. I'm back. Am I back? Have I come off? Have I back? I don't know. It's messing up again like it did last night. I don't know what's going on. Don't know what's going on. Right, I'm back. I think I'm back anyway. Hello, I am back in the room. Hopefully, let me know in the chat if I am back in the room. Let me know if I am back in the room. I don't know what is going on with my the last couple of days. I don't know what has happened. I don't know what is going on. But last night it was having issues, and tonight again I'm having issues. So Luis Diaz, I think, will stay, depending on if Saudi Arabian clubs come in for him for a big amount, and it has to be a big amount for me. And I think Liverpool are open to selling him if that is the case. So let's go on to Florian Wirtz then, guys. Let's go on to Florian Wirtz. I don't know if anyone saw the video last night. Luis Diaz put out on Twitter. He put it also on his TikTok. Florian Wirtz scoring the goal as well. I don't know what's going on here. Are we good? Can anyone let me know in the chat if we are good? Because I've got no one on the stream with me tonight. I can't really tell if we are good or not. I don't know what's your sound is back. Thank you very much, Red Goals. I don't know what's going on. The last couple of nights it's just been shocking. I don't know what's going on with the Wi-Fi. But if I do go, let me know. And if I do come back, let me know as well, because I don't know what's going on here. But yeah, so the Florian Wirtz, sources speak of Florian Wirtz brimming with enthusiasm to take his step out of the comfort zone to England, says Lewis Steele. So I think Florian Wirtz again. But there was also a report earlier on about Florian Wirtz as well. I do think we're getting towards the conclusion of Florian Wirtz as David Ornstein. But there was a report from the Kicker, which is a German outlet, is that we could be going into next week with the deal and the negotiations of Florian Wirtz. So Red Girl says now it's going in and out. Right. Any news on Wirtz? So yeah, just going down to that. And now, Alex, so basically next week, according to Kicker, that the deal and the negotiations could be going into next week, which it is frustrating. But the transfer window shuts. I think it's Tuesday. I think it shuts, but then it reopens again on the 16th. So the transfer window shuts, I think, Monday or Tuesday, but then it reopens again on the 16th for the main one. So with Florian Wirtz, we could be talking going into the big transfer window. That's what we could be talking. I think we still get it done. I still think we get it done. Everything is leading towards positivity. Everything is leading towards it being done. But I understand it's frustrating and it is going on and on and on. But again, it's because Liverpool haven't offered what Leverkusen are near enough asking for. You know, the 109 million. What they're asking for is 126 million. We need to make that gap up, either make that gap up to 126 million or come somewhere in between and compromise with Leverkusen. Something that's acceptable for Leverkusen to say, yeah, we're happy to get rid of our best player for that price. And we've got to pay it up. I'm not saying we have to pay 126 million. We've got to be reasonably 2 times in a row. If it keeps going on and off, guys, let me know, please, because it's absolutely doing my head in the last couple of nights. This Wi-Fi. I don't know what's going on. I've tried moving a little bit closer. Maybe lift the phone up into the. I haven't got my phone anyway. Lift the laptop up into the sky. I don't know what else I could do. But yeah, so Florian Wirtz, it could be going for another couple of weeks, 2, 3, 4 weeks. You don't really. It could go all summer. This transfer saga could go all summer. I don't think it will, but as long as we get it done, I don't care how long it goes on. If I'm honest, I just want to get it done now. I think it's got to the point where I don't know. I am being patient about it, and I think it's just this day and age of transfers, modern day transfers, is that because we're so updated every single day on the situation, and you get people like Fabrizio Romano basically tweeting the same thing out every single day. Oh, it's progressing. Oh, it's looking positive. Oh, it's nearly done. Oh, it's positive again the next day. It is very frustrating as fans to watch it, and we are maybe our internet cable is damaged. I don't know how it's. I don't know, mate, because the Wi-Fi is absolutely fine all day until I've come on here, and it's again like last night. It kept cutting off, and I will keep going though. And if I stop, it's not my it's gone off. But I will still keep talking to you guys. I will still keep it updated on things what's going on with Liverpool. But yeah, Florian Wirtz. I think it's just a waiting game now with Wirtz. If you saw the video last night that Lewis Steele put out, he sort of nodded to him saying his name. I don't know. People are thinking, oh, did he hear what Lewis Steele said? And that was, are you looking forward to Liverpool, Florian? I don't think he heard the whole thing. I've looked at it back and watched it. I think for Florian Wirtz. Right. Still. Right, I think I'm back. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry for this. I think I'm back. I don't know what's going. This internet is going slower than Florian Wirtz deal. It's going slower than the Florian Wirtz deal. Honestly, I don't know what it's doing. I don't know what it's. Yeah, I'll keep you updated anyway. I'm so sorry. I do keep going in and out. I mean, I'm literally a transfer saga right now at Liverpool. We don't know what's happening. We don't know what's happening. Who has the most to lose if the deal doesn't happen? Liverpool will be fine without Wirtz. Leverkusen will be stuck with a player on 1 year contract. We'll lose more money in next year. I think the way the the distance we've gone with this now, how deep we are into the first deal, we cannot lose him. Because if we lose him, I think that's a massive one to lose. And I can't see Arne's not being very, very happy about it at all, if I'm honest. Because I think he has already sort of got plans ready to use Wirtz. He's already probably mapped out his tactics. He's already mapped out his formation with Wirtz in it. You know, he's already got plans put in place for him, and it'd just be very, very disappointing. I don't think we will fumble it. I'll put that out right now. I don't think we'll fumble it. I think it will get done. It's just taking a lot longer than we thought it would be. With Romano said, like the start of this saga, he said it's going to be a quick saga. It hasn't. It's been far from a quick saga. Red Goal says here, Fabrizio Romano sounds like he's guessing after time. Get it up. I'll get it up. There we go. Romano sounds like he's guessing after time. I think he's these days on scene and Joyce are the most reliable regarding Liverpool deals. I think what Romano does the Red Goals, you've got to be very, very. It's gone off again. I'm back. I'm back. I'm so sorry. I don't know what is going on, guys. I really don't. I know Red Goals. It's really frustrating me. They're playing it cool, but they are panicked like us. I think regarding Fabrizio Romano specifically, someone said up there, was it Casual Citizen? Yeah, regarding Fabrizio Romano, just be very careful what he puts out because he literally regurgitates the same stuff every day. Because what he does there is getting clicks, he's getting views, and he gets paid for it. So you're gonna, he might mix up the words slightly just to make it look different, but it really isn't. And he also wants to be first all the time as well. He wants to be first. He wants to be the main guy. He's the main transfer guru. And I mean, we saw it last week. Liverpool were about to announce Frimpong as a Liverpool player, and he tweeted 4 minutes before Liverpool announced it, or in 4 minutes we're about to announce it. Why? Why would you do that? It's just annoying. It's really annoying, but it is what it is. What I would do is just be very, very careful for Victor Romano. The ones that you should be listening to really, David Ornstein, very close. Paul Joyce again. Lewis Steele is very reliable as well. So those and possibly other journalists as well. Probably Fabrizio Romano will he just wants to be first. He just wants to be first. I think he just wants to be first. So he'll try to say, "Oh, the deal's done." He probably said the deal's done like 2 weeks before even deal's done. He's saying it because look what I said 2 weeks ago. I told you it was done. I just think he wants to be first regarding that. So yeah, Florian Wirtz, please. I know it's hard to stay patient. I know, and I understand that why people would panic because of recent past of Liverpool's transfer dealings, and it is taking a lot longer than we thought it was going to be. But I expect Florian Wirtz to be in red shirt in the coming weeks. I used to say coming days, but now I'm saying coming weeks because I don't know how long it's really going to be going on at all. So Liverpool still wanting number 9. Yuga Ekitike has been very, very much tipped to join Chelsea. Sasha Tavolieri said that we're very much in the race for Yuga Ekitike. And also, there was also I saw an Eintracht Frankfurt news page on Twitter that said Liverpool are trying to hijack the deal for Florian Wirtz, which is very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I've not seen a report in terms of Liverpool trying to hijack the deal, but being an Eintracht Frankfurt news source is very interesting that they put that out there. I've said I'll keep my stance on Hugo Ekitike. I'm not absolutely excited about Hugo Ekitike. He has to come in with another player for me if we had to go at him. I'd rather Jota and Nunes both go and bring Ekitike in with another striker, and have those two as your 9s, as your to fight for the place. For me, I don't fully trust Ekitike in that position by himself and be the main guy. Not with Jota behind him because Jota's injury prone for me. But yeah, I think a Gyökeres would be perfect. If Ekitike would come in, I think Gyökeres alongside that would be perfect. I don't think we're going to do that. But regarding Gyökeres as well, according to Ben Jacobs, Ruben Amorim is in contact with the player and the price tag is about 70 million euros. There was a report saying that his release clause is about 60 million pounds, which adds up there. Man United, Gyökeres would like to join Man United according to Ben Jacobs. So I think it's gone off again. Has it gone off again? I don't think it has gone off again. I'm bugging. I'm absolutely bugging. I am absolutely bugging. Hey, evening, Kev. How are we doing, my friend? Who is Luis Steele connected to? He works for the Mail, mate, and he's very, very reliable. He's always in the Liverpool camp. I speak to him sometimes as well. He's always there and thereabouts in the Liverpool camp. He's always in all the press conferences. Always there in front of the players. It's quite close to Liverpool. Very, very close to Liverpool. I would like to try buy a new Ethernet cable and see if it fixes your internet. Not too expensive. You know what, casual citizen, I might have to. I honestly might have to. No, it won't be the thick of it done for our next window. I won't be thick. It will be done. Window shut next Tuesday. Kev's coming back in. Ben Jacobs confirms Wirtz deal off. Kev, you're hilarious. I'm glad you come in, Kev. You do make me smile. You do make me smile. I've got to admit, you do make me smile. If the deal goes off, then you were probably right all along. I don't know where you're getting your news from. Are you're just trolling? I think you are trolling, but I appreciate it, Kev. I do appreciate it. Back on. Are we back on? I'm sorry. This internet is basically a Florian Wirtz transfer saga. Really, I don't know if it's on, off, in, out, shake it all about, do the okey-dokey. I don't know what's going on with this internet. I really don't. But Kev, I hope you are well tonight, though, mate. I'm glad you are in tonight for us. But it's not off. Just not yet. It's not off anyway. So regarding Miller's Kirkers as well, I want to speak about Miller's Kirkers because also I think with Miller's Kirkers it is going to be done in the next. Again, I want to say a few days, but again, it's the transfer fee again for Liverpool. They were reluctant to pay the £45 million. We talked about there was a report the other day, £40 million could be the thing, and then Paul Joyce said yesterday £45 million could be paid. So, regarding Miller's Kirkes, I think that will be done before Wirtz, certainly, and I expect it to be done. For me personally, this is my opinion. This is not nothing I know on this deal. I think the Miller's Kirkes deal will be done before the first deadline of the transfer window, which is I think it's Monday, Tuesday next week, and then it reopens again on 16th for the main transfer window. I think Kirkes will be done. He is to miss Hungary's game against Sweden tomorrow. His manager confirmed that. At the moment, is in Hungary. Is doing the training sessions. Is sitting on the sidelines in Hungary for the training sessions, but is set to miss tomorrow's game against Sweden. Dive down into the rabbit hole that you think, ooh, Does that mean he's coming for a medical? Possibly. I don't think so, but possibly. I'm not going to rule it out. But if it's a genuine injury, it's just a genuine injury. It's nothing you can do about that. What if you're asking me right now? When do you think a medical is going to happen with Milos Kerkez? I would say in the coming days, maybe over the weekend. Also, there's no football now. There's no football, so we've got the weekends are free to do things like this. I think. I honestly think that will be done before next Tuesday, Monday next Tuesday, whenever the deadline ends. I think it's Monday or Tuesday. Kazia said, "Big up, your internet is glitching. It's absolutely glitching, mate. Honestly, I wish I could laugh. I wish I could laugh because it was all right last night. Last night was different. It was glitching last night, right? And I wasn't on my own last night, so it sort of worked because Reese and Naj can speak amongst themselves. If it goes off tonight, whilst I'm speaking to you guys on my own, it's like you're just watching a blank screen or a frozen Damon. That's what you're watching. So I don't want that to happen. I want to give you the best content I can. I will get it fixed. I will get it sorted. KSD owners willing to pay these amounts for Wirtz and Kirkes. They're joint owners. They really are. I think I'm hoping to do change a little bit this summer, Kev. I'm a very very big critic of the owners, and I've done publicly, and I've had many people support what I say. I've never insulted them. I've never done. I was bad as I don't like these people online that hashtag FSG out every day and things like that. Hashtag FSG out. I don't agree with that because you're sort of missing the point of the whole thing. My critique on the owners has accumulated over the years, and I've done research on this. I've interviewed a Boston Red Sox reporter in Boston, working for ESPN. I've interviewed them. I've spoken to Boston Red Sox fans. I've interviewed them. I've done so much research on how FSG have let Boston down as well as Liverpool in the past. That yes, they have absolutely let us down in the past. And this whole of the best owners in the world, they're not the best owners. They have let us down in the past, and this is why people feel that the way they do in terms of going into this season. Are they really going to do it? And I'll be the first one to stand up and applaud if they do back us this summer properly, and we show ambition off the pitch to do everything we can to help Slot win this title again. Then I'll be the first to stand up and applaud. I have no agendas against FSG, but I will call them out when they need calling out. And I'm seeing now that I don't like both sides. I don't like those that go too far on FSG out, but I don't like those that go too far on apology and that don't take account when they do wrong. Because the last few years, they've got it all wrong. But then we're seeing now, oh, look, I don't know why everyone complains about them, but if you only come out of the closet when it's all looking good. I mean, even this season, we didn't really do everything we could to help Slot. Slot just was just unbelievable. And I think they've got the right strategy in place, especially Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes. I think that's spot on. But back them. Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes can do a good job. I've said that all the time. They can do a very good job, and they can get the best players out there if they're backed. And that's what we need to see this summer. And if they do see something this summer, I'll be the first to applaud FSG. That's what we need. This is what we've been asking for a long time. Back them and stand on top. And I think we go again this next season. I think we are favourites for the title again next season. But whilst we're top, we do all we can to stay top. Offside. Off the pitch as much as on the pitch. And I think that's what that is. I'm back. I am back. So sorry, but sorry, guys. This time, let me get this one up. Right, I'm back, guys. Sorry, guys. What are we doing? What are we doing? Said Alex. Can you hear it? That time shows the judge after the transfer window has closed. I mean, there you go, Malcolm. I agree with that. I agree with that. I'm optimistic about the summer. More optimistic than I usually am in terms of FSG backing the manager and everything else. But I do think we will get some good deals done this summer. Again, do I think we're going to do enough? Not for my liking. I think we need at least 5 positions, but I think we'll get 3 or 4. I don't think we address the midfield in terms of or some rest. I don't even think we'll address the centre back position, if I'm honest. Which again will come down to money. It'll come down to money. It'll come down to sales, but we shouldn't have to rely on sales. I think the sales alone will pay for Wirtz. I think the sales alone will pay for Wirtz, maybe Frimpong, and possibly Kerkez. The amount of players that we could sell, that could pay for those players. So after that, I think we should go out in there and spend in a DM, in a striker position with money we just make in general. We shouldn't have to use sales for those, for me. Kev said we need 4 players minimum. I agree with that. What are we doing, said Alex. Regarding Florian Wirtz, Alex, I think it's just mainly down to the fee, down to the add-ons. Again, it's down to what Leverkusen are going guaranteed to get in terms of money. They want as much money as possible. It's their best player, and we've got to respect that. Yes, we're going to start low balling at first, and then we'll work it up. But at some point, we've got to pay them a reasonable amount for their best player, the best player in the Bundesliga for the last 2 years. And it's up to Liverpool. We can easily get that player if we pay up. Same with Kerkez. If we pay up, we get the player. It's as simple as that. But yeah, it is frustrating, guys. I will let you know as soon as it does happen, or if it does happen, I will let you know as soon as it does happen. Please make sure you do like the video to help us out. I know it's been a on and off video, on, off, a bit like a transfer saga with Liverpool right now. But I'll try my best. I'll make sure I get that internet sorted for tomorrow. I'll make sure I get that internet sorted for tomorrow. We'll be live again tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. I'll make sure that internet is much better tomorrow. I can assure you that, guys. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure you do like the video, subscribe to the channel as well. If anything happens, by the way, I don't know what's going on with lighting now. If anything happens tomorrow or the day after or anything like that, breaking news, set to sign Kerkez, Wirtz, or done deal, Wirtz, Kerkez, I will be on here ASAP. So make sure you get your notification bells on. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, because we will get up here your latest Liverpool news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. Have a great night, guys. And I do apologise for the internet issues. I'll make sure they're better tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and speak to you all tomorrow.